The power of a chiropractic adjustment. This is Dr. Jean-Guy here, and today I want to talk to you about the power of a chiropractic adjustment. I just came back from traveling from out of the country, and I was at this training, and I was attending a class. It was a 4-hour class from 2 PhD neuroscientists. And interestingly enough, what I learned, I want to share that with you today because I think it's powerful. Most people don't even realize that, right? And if you're watching, you probably didn't know that. Their area of expertise is when a person has a subluxation. If you have a misalignment in your spine, right, that interfere with how the brain is functioning or your nervous system is functioning, right? Your brain and nervous system and spine just works like a computer. Garbage in, garbage out. So if things going in don't work properly, then what's going to come out is not going to work properly. So what this lady was explaining is for 25 years now, she's from New Zealand, and what she has been doing is when a person has a subluxation, which is if you have a bone that is out of alignment or not functioning properly, irritating the nerve, right, causing those little muscles that are in charge of your posture and balance to not work properly, right? We call that a subluxation, right? You have neurological interference. So when you have one of those subluxation, what it does is the information or the lack of information getting to the brain is going to be all distorted. So as a result of that, right, the output of the brain will also be distorted. So garbage in, garbage out. If the information going in doesn't work properly, then the information going out is not going to work properly. Now, fascinating enough, I want to keep this short today, but fascinating enough, what she was saying is, right, what they have been able to prove now is when you give a chiropractic adjustment, right, when you give a chiropractic adjustment, specifically in those areas that don't move properly, then what happens is it changes completely how the brain functions. And especially what they call your frontal lobe, right, the front area of your brain, and this other area called your cerebellum. And the frontal lobe is the last part of your brain that is developing, right, as a child. And your cerebellum has to do with, your balance, has to do with your cognition, the way that you learn, right? There's like tremendous amount of, function to your cerebellum and to your frontal lobe. So when you have a subluxation, it's affecting those areas, and when you're correcting it, it changes completely how your brain functions and the interpretation of the messages that are coming in from your joints to your brain, and then the output of how your body's going to be adapting to that. Now, this lady, what she said, now just hear me right here, is this is something that was very important, is she says that when you get a chiropractic adjustment, the neurological impact on your brain of a chiropractic adjustment is as powerful as 3 weeks of working out. I'm going to say this again, right? She did not say that you shouldn't work out, but she did say that the neurological impact on your brain of a chiropractic adjustment, it's like 3 weeks of working out. And I was just like, wow, right? That's incredible. And she also said that based on their research that they will be adjusting, they will be just pushing on an area that is not subluxated, that is not damaged, but the impact in the brain is nowhere near, right? So sometimes maybe some of you out there, you're like, yeah, I just cracked myself, I'm doing this to myself. And I want you to know that, the area that you're already cracking when you're doing to yourself, it's likely the areas that are already moving too much, right, that don't have problems. So it doesn't have the same impact. So I just thought I'd share that with you because this to me was fascinating. This was like the best 4-hour seminar that was sitting in now for many months that I go to seminar. For many of you here know this. I go to training all the time. But this past couple weeks when I went out of the country to listen to this, it was really impactful to me, and then a good reminder that just remember that whatever goes in, right, if it's distorted, whatever's going to come out will be distorted. And that a chiropractic adjustment, just to leave you with this here, right, a chiropractic adjustment has a huge impact on brain function, on how people focus, right, how people have, the ability to pay attention, and the ability to just be aware of your environment, of where you are in time and space, and to just being able to have better cognition, right? To be able to function better overall, which is truly amazing to me. So This being said, the power of an adjustment. Hopefully you learned something today, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.